I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever been playing Hitman when you make a mistake and get spotted? Maybe you ran into an enforcer you weren't expecting, or maybe you got sloppy and got caught dragging a body. When that happens, what do you do next? If you're like me, the first thing you'll do is pause the game. Then you'll reload a save or restart the level. Sure, you could play on and maybe even beat the level, but you're not interested in just beating the level. You want to get Silent Assassin. And if you've been spotted, that means you've just lost Silent Assassin. Since Hitman 2016 came out, players have struggled to beat the hardest levels while still earning the coveted Silent Assassin ranking. Then, in 2023, IOI did something that changed the game permanently. They released Hitman Freelancer, a new roguelike game mode that required players to complete 18 randomly generated Hitman missions back to back. There was no way to save your progress or replay a mission, and if you failed, you suffered massive penalties, or worse, you lost the campaign completely. So with that in mind, let me ask you again. What do you do when you get spotted? Only this time, you can't load your latest save, you can't start over, and failing here could mean that you lose hours of progress. If you want to get better at Hitman Freelancer, you'll need to know how to react when you've been spotted. This guide will help you to know what to do when you've been spotted so that you can continue your mission with the best chance of success. The first thing to understand is that how you respond to being spotted should depend on the situation. Depending on what you were doing and who spotted you, you will have to respond differently. In this video, we'll cover 4 different scenarios for how you might get spotted and how you should respond to each one. We'll start with the situation where you get caught while trespassing. This happens when you're wandering in an area of the map that you're not allowed to be in. It will say trespassing below the minimap, and most of the NPCs will be able to spot you. In this case, if you get caught, don't panic. It's actually not a big deal. The NPCs will just assume that you've gotten lost. If you stand still and wait, a guard will come up to you and an arrow-shaped icon will appear above their head. This is your cue to follow them.
Keep walking, please.
If you follow the guard, they will slowly escort you out of the trespassing zone. This might take a while, but when it's done, the guard will go back to their post and you will be free to return to your mission. Depending on where the guard escorts you, you might even get an opportunity to knock them out and take their disguise. Now you can continue exploring and you have a better disguise to do it with. The next scenario to consider is when you get caught by an enforcer. Usually this happens when you're wearing a disguise. You're in a place that you're allowed to be and you're not doing anything illegal, but there's an NPC who is suspicious of you. In this case, cooperating won't help you. What you'll want to do here is run. But there's a catch.
Hey there.
You want to make sure not to vault or climb on anything. Don't jump over a ledge, or through a window, or grab a pipe. That will make the NPC instantly turn hostile to you. Just run away. If you can get far enough away from the enforcer and wait, eventually they will stop looking for you. At this point, they will go back to their normal route and forget the encounter. Everything can go back to normal, and you can try again. There is one exception to this rule. There is a specific enforcer on the Isle of Scale. He's one of 2 guards wearing the top-tier guard disguise who patrols around the secure part of the map. For whatever reason, if this enforcer spots you, he will shoot on sight. So if you're going to the Isle of Scale, be aware of that. The third scenario we'll cover is when you get caught doing something illegal. This could be carrying a gun, dragging a body, wandering in a hostile area, etc. In this case, there is no trick to get out of it. The NPCs know that you're up to no good, and they're going to try and stop you. When this happens, you have to make a snap decision. Do you run, or do you try to fight your way out of it?
Freeze now!
I would suggest pausing the game to give yourself time to think. If you're somewhere isolated, and there are only 1 or 2 NPCs, taking them both out is often the best call. If you can take them out silently, without being noticed, then you're free to continue playing like no one saw you. Just make sure not to get caught hanging around near the bodies, as that makes other NPCs suspicious.
I'm gonna take you out!
If you're out in public, or there are too many NPCs around to take care of, then your best bet is to run. This is where map knowledge is key. If you pause the game like I suggested, you should use that time to think about safe places that you can get to from where you are now. Your goal is to run to some place that doesn't have any NPCs and has a safe place where you can hide or grab a fresh disguise. If you can make it into a closet, then you should just wait until the guards all calm down. Once that's done, you can come out of hiding and continue playing the level. I would suggest grabbing a fresh disguise at this point, if you haven't already.
Excuse me.
If you can't find a place with a disguise or a hiding spot, then your other alternative is to find a spot that only has one entrance. You wait there with your gun pointed at the door and try to take the guards as they come at you. This is definitely a worst case scenario, but if you're good, there's a decent chance you'll be able to take out all the guards and grab a fresh disguise, especially if you're playing on normal mode. Unfortunately, when playing Freelancer, there's another scenario you have to consider. On the showdown missions, there are special NPCs called lookouts. These NPCs will always be suspicious of you, no matter what disguise you wear.
47, the target is trying
And
to
when they
escape.
spot you,
Don't let that
they
happen.
don't chase you or alert the guards. They trigger an evacuation. If that happens, all of the suspects that are part of the same network as the lookout will evacuate the level. At this point, the only thing you can do is wait and hope you get lucky. If you're lucky, then your target won't be a member of the network that is now escaping the map. In this case, you can keep playing as normal. But if you hear Diana tell you that your target is evacuating, then you're in a tough spot. On the one hand, you can try and chase down the target, who will likely be surrounded by assassins and armed guards, and try to take them out before they reach the escape point. There might still be a chance you can pull it off, but the odds are stacked against you. Or you can take the L.
You need to
You
move
can wait
fast.
until all the suspects are done evacuating, and then make your way to an exit. You will fail the campaign, but at least you get to keep any weapons you brought
Return to
with
the
you.
safe house.
With that, I've covered all the advice I have on what to do when you get spotted in Hitman Freelancer. I hope that this guide has been helpful to you. Maybe now you have some new strategies you can try out the next time you play. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.